Week 2 here in Germany, and I am still loving it. I think I've had a little come down since then, but I had a really great week. My whole week was sort of living up the anticipation of Amsterdam, the trip to Amsterdam, with 39 other people from the CDC. Well, technically, a little more. That was a really, really great trip. I mean, it basically filled up it felt like it filled up my entire week, but it was a short 2.5 days there. Earlier that week, I had gotten to know many friends a lot better. It's really nice to really have developed friendships by now, and people that I hopefully will talk to for a very long time in my life. I hope to keep the friendships that I've since made so far. I've really branched out and found a lot of different people from all different cultures, and it's very interesting, and I enjoy them all a lot. So yes, I'm going to try and keep this short because there's lots and lots of footage from this past week. Most of it is going to be Amsterdam. This is the most beautiful city that I have ever seen, and I've heard the only city that rivals Amsterdam is Prague. I will be an hour train ride away from Prague when I'm in Dresden. That's gonna be really cool. Yeah, we did lots in Amsterdam. Nothing too crazy, kind of chilled on Friday when we got there. We partied pretty hard on Saturday night, to be honest. Nothing crazy, too crazy. I got to see the red light district. That was interesting. There is no footage of that because it's not appropriate, and it's pretty wild. So you can look that up on your own, the red light district. It's pretty interesting. And yesterday, we went to the Heineken brewery, went to some, a cafe, a cool cafe, a cafe, not a coffee shop, a cafe. We just got coffee. It was nice there. Heineken brewery, and we did lots of stuff. I'd have to see it. The videos will remind me. You know how we do this. Let's see how this week went.
Allons-y!
I had people over for dinner. It was Shannon, Patty, Haley, Court, and Matt. We made some good-ass pasta, and it's really cool to have guests over. And here, this next Monday, all of us CDCers are going to a park. There's Fatos.
Scheiße. When I hear people like you.
How is your German?
Schlecht. Mein German, mein Deutsch ist schlecht.
Here we are sitting down by the lake. Patty, Haley, and Bree got a bunch of wine and cheese. Here's all the other people from the CDC, the Karls-Duisburg Centrum, our language school. There's the whole group. Look at them, they're from everywhere, all over the country. They're super great to be around. Hey, hello. Look at all the Eastern Europeans, look how cool they are. I actually really like them. They're really nice people. They're really fun to be around. Here was the beautiful lake. There we are the next day. There's Shannon. We're all looking at skateboards and this giant, I don't even know, Kaufhof. It was this giant, like, 4-story mall. It was pretty crazy. And that is a sadistic skateboard. Here we actually went to an English store. You see that 24-pack of Coors Light? Yeah, that was 49 euro. That's really expensive. I mean, Coors Light's just sort of a beer that America gives. It's nothing special. This is just a bunch of English and Irish stuff. Those Pop-Tarts. Look at those Pop-Tarts. 8-pack Pop-Tarts, 6 euro. I don't know if anyone actually pays these prices for these products. I mean, they're good in America, don't get me wrong, but I don't know. Look at that little girl. Oh, she was so cute. It was funny seeing all these products from my home country in another store with like 8 times the price. Oh, it was bizarre. I do not know how that made it in a German bookstore. There's my new guitar I bought though. I bought it the other day. It plays so nicely for only 120 euro. It's a Fender. It's great. There was Trez the next day. Me and Trez got pizza. Look at his his face. And the pizza was delicious and not expensive. It's really great place.
And I decided not
Look
to.
at him buttering that bread.
Yeah.
He's buttering
I
it.
should have. Heineken would have loved it.
I'm gonna look at myself in your videos.
Teachers get so bored and they love it whenever you actually
I mean,
care.
At least we'll
he
be
doesn't get
famous
bored.
because
He
it
keeps
is
things entertaining. Yeah.
And then we can promote ourselves. Change the
Am I in a video?
Yeah.
Wait, do it again.
Sponsored by Sean's video.
As I'm with my
properly. You have to do it properly.
bread.
You can bring out your.
I really can't help my love for taking video of food. It's just a bad habit I have. Just forgive me for it. It's beautiful. Here we are at the train station, about to leave for Amsterdam. There's lots of different, there's Fatos like usual. Fatos is always with me. Here we are on the train, the ICE train. It's such a cool train. High-speed train travel is amazing. And here we are in Amsterdam. We're about to take our tram to our hostel.
Hey, boo.
Free. Free's really funny. Here we are at our hostel. All the different people from the CBYX. They were so fun. Nancy.
Oh, okay. There's no warning. Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. We're in Amsterdam. Is that it? Okay, what else are you gonna ask me?
I'm not gonna ask you anything.
I need a full 5 minutes. Come back.
You don't get 5 minutes.
There you go.
Nobody gets 5 minutes. What? What is that? Is that a car? No, it's not a car. The car sounded like a little go-kart. It was really fun. Look at this beautiful city. They said that there was over 70 canals that ran through the city, and there's so many ships everywhere, tourist ships and personally owned ships. And these buildings are actually starting to lean on each other at, I would guess, about a 3-degree angle, and they're leaning in on each other because of the water actually underneath the foundation of the buildings. Here we are in Rembrandtsplatz, or Rembrandtsplein for Dutch, because Dutch is ridiculous, but funny. Here we are at dinner on our first night. I gotta say, the service was not good. I didn't like the restaurant that much, but Rembrandtsplatz was gehaktbal uit de Jus. That's ridiculous. Here's Fatos on the bridge. He was so happy. And the lovely canals that run throughout the city. It's so beautiful. Look at all those boats. It's like that everywhere. There's a cheese shop. It's cheese. Here we are the next morning, and I'm filming the front of a coffee shop. Look at this coffee shop. It's a chain, but it was amazing, and it was my favorite throughout. They only sell coffee and food, none of that other special stuff. So technically it's a cafe. But look at that, beautiful, right? And look at these crazy cyclists. There are no more dangerous creatures in this entire world than cyclists. Cyclists in Amsterdam are very aggressive and dangerous by nature. And there is no order to this city, but it's still beautiful. Here we are on our way to the museum. I went to the Van Gogh Museum. Sadly enough, I don't have that much footage of it, but there will be pictures. Here we are waiting in line. I met 2 more Georgians. I know so many Georgians now. Tina and Maya coming up on the right. They were very sweet people. We decided to walk down this smaller street and grab a bite to eat. Was very nice, very good. Had some delicious apple pancakes. Amsterdam has so many cheese shops, it's amazing. I think I might have saw 5 shops completely dedicated just to cheese. We were walking down the dock with this boat on the water. We were actually very close to the Hard Rock Cafe, which we were on our way to meet up for our boat tour. Here we are on a boat trip. There's Shannon and Fatos, and a bunch of the Brazilians that I did not get a chance to meet. Shada. It's too bad. That's what it means. It was too bad. Maybe I will meet them soon. There's Haley and Victoria like usual. They're always with me. They're always attached to me. And Matt. And Shannon. She's conducting over there. Here's Esther and Hillary and Nancy. There's the home of Anne Frank. Back in World War II, the little Jewish girl that had to stay hidden during World War II.
Ladies and gentlemen, for your information, we are now sailing through between the three main canals.
They're very weird people. And the triple X actually has a double meaning. The triple X actually stands for water, fire, and the Black Plague, which is three things that Amsterdam has been most stricken by. And this was out in the river that the canals in Amsterdam open up into. This is at 3:30 in the morning after partying all night, went out clubbing, and I gotta say I look a little rough compared to the others, but it was a fun night. There's a picture of the beautiful Dutch architecture. They do know how to do their architecture. Me and Haley. That's actually a mall. Can you believe it? Look at that. The bane of the cyclists. It was a beautiful sight. This was my favorite painting by Van Gogh throughout the museum. It's great. The canals throughout the city are just awe-inspiring. Many of us on our boat trip. This was a really neat ship that I think they've been keeping as a museum. There's a girl from the CDC named Nera. She's very sweet and from Bosnia. And there's Tina again. She's from Georgia. Also very sweet. There is a famous hotel where celebrities stay. It's very expensive. The next day, the Heineken Brewery. Here we go. Zach, Fatos, Matt, and I went alone to the brewery because the others decided they didn't want to come. They had no idea what they were missing out on. This was the coolest brewery tour ever. Many places throughout the brewery. Much artwork and pictures, Heineken beer. And that man over there, that was the man who started it all back in 1879. Heineken Brewery.
You can explain all this to us.
Here's horses. I don't know why they kept horses, but they had them. Here we are in the tasting room of Heineken Brewery. Heineken I've actually found a new like for. It's very good. Here's the beautiful artwork that they've come up with. Really like them. And this wall, that's actually made of bottles. Can you believe it? And this floor was blowing my mind. I still cannot figure it out. They knew where I was standing, but it's crazy. Here we are, able to get 2 more free beers. They even offered a free boat ride down the canals to the Heineken shop about 15 minutes away. It was awesome. It was a Heineken ship. And another cheese shop. I'm sorry I have to show it again. I got pesto cheese. There's the train ride home. I was so sad to leave. You can see a little Dutch windmill. We'll see a little bit more of the beautiful architecture. I will miss this city very dearly. I hope one day that I will be able to travel back there. It was a city that was lively and beautiful, and its people were very interesting and came from all different backgrounds from across the world. And during this trip, I got to know all of these different people very well, made a lot of new friends, and I hope to keep them for a very long time. Amsterdam was the best. So I'll see you guys next week.